Alright, welcome back everyone. Here we are. As my battery box falls out yet again. Got a sort of ad hoc. But, you see, if you were here to the end last night, the glue did hold these platforms up, so now our balcony is level. So I'm pleased with that. I think it really lines up good with the side panels too. Really digging this one. I think it's, yeah, I've still got a few little books left, so I'm probably going to I'm looking at over here, and that looks like that needs a stack of books there in front of that bookshelf. So I'll probably just use up the last whatever books I've got left at the end and sort of slip them in there, sort of my preliminary plan. But I think it's really looking good. Let me turn this light off, but you know, so you get that, got the glow on all our glyphs up there, and our tea table or coffee table or whatever this is here. You know, all kinds of nice little details in there. Fun little build. I'm really pleased with it. And but if you're new here, this is what I do. I buy these kits and build them step by step, mostly in real time. You get to see all my successes and all my failures, and how I hopefully fix those inevitable failures as they come up. Upload daily and just try to have a good time. We're not solving the world's problems, just building silly little models, having a bit of fun. If you see any kits or builds or sets you want me to take a shot at, feel free to drop in the comments. I'm always looking to add on my list, and I've got the most intelligent audience on YouTube because y'all provide me with nothing but the best options. So, we're ready to go on our back panel, which is step 24. Get a little more frosted window treatment in here, on here. Just a little bit closer, not. And then, say back to the old B7000, because just, to me, the nozzle on this stuff, even when it's all clogged up and sort of gummy, is really nice. Nice little, not overly aggressive drops of glue. Always a challenge for me. Let's get our frosted in there. Smooth that glue out. We got that nice window effect on our back panel. And whoop, donut on there. Into here. Actually, oh yeah, I guess that'll work too. Oh. Going that way, okay. On there. Feels like that one feels pretty loose. So, but we gotta put our cover on there anyway, so I'll make sure and hit that with the glue on the actual stud there. There. Just like pour just a few drops around. It'll more than hold this thing on. Plenty of surface area there to grab. Everything lined up all the way around. Yeah. Okay. And before I install it, I'm going to give that a few minutes to let that glue get situated. Make sure we got it. Yeah, I think I can go ahead and start on the next one. I don't think it'll interfere with that one. Yeah, I think I've got clearance to do this. I'm go ahead and bump up to 25. Well, no, it doesn't take long for that glue to sort of set up, so just a few minutes here. And this is also where I'm going to start deviating from my. I'm going to alter things just a tad before the end, but that's where we're going to start the alters. And actually, this can work out good because it's going to give me a chance to pull the slack out of those lines there. Okay, so you two are those. That's the, should be this one. Nothing's pinching on these. Okay, okay, there we go. Get these guys pulled in a little snug. I guess I could just do it that way. For me, I think I'm trying to decide. Actually, let me start from scratch here. Get that out of the way. Bring you around, because I don't think I'm going to use that last bracket on the touch sensor. A little bit of a clue what's about to go on. And this one, I decide. I got that bookshelf. That's okay to go on the edge there. Yeah, that's not going to show through the top. Okay. Do you want this one though? So let's put it in here. Okay. Now we got these guys. And I'm back to worrying about these wires crawling over in front of our lights, but I don't think they're gonna. I think we're gonna be okay. It's got there's no little lights over here, so they're not gonna be. Even if they do crawl over, they're not going to be in front of the lights. They're going to cast shadows, so I guess that's okay over on that side. We got these. Some excess here I need to sort of wrangle together. I'm debating whether I want to try and glue those down or put some kind of bracket or something to hold them back out of the way, but I think that'll be alright. Yeah, just sort of looking around. I don't think so. Yeah, that should be good. Okay. But now, back to where I was. So this looks like he's having a moment. I'll touch sensor over here. Just trying to get it wrangled up out of the way. And now we can get. Yeah, this is gonna be fine. We can go ahead and. So we got our next panel here. Guys on the ends. And I did put them on the right side up, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Wouldn't put it past me to put one upside down. We got a nice little. This one got a little schmutz on here. The veneer peeled off, so I guess we're. Okay, there it goes. Well, we got a nice little tray built up there. The same all the way around. And we put a little bit of water. And just drop this frame down. Oops, the plain side out, not the star pattern. Okay, lines up pretty nice all the way around. And I'm going to keep going. Sort of the same thing again. Got another level of it. So just got stars in the plane. So plane on the outside. I think even with me trying what I've got planned, this is still going to be a fairly short video. But I thought that last night too, so don't listen to me. Because there might be some trial and error on it. Okay. Those guys all in, so and you here. Getting a little flimsy on the top pieces, but it's still a good foundation to press down against. Okay. So now we got 2 layers going. So go ahead and start on a 3rd one, but we're not going to finish. Here. Okay, that one was pretty loose, so I may have to. That one may need some glue. Let's see what the other 3 do, and the other side does. If it's as loose as that one was, we'll definitely. That one wasn't as loose. That one on just the one side, that one's a little loose. I am gonna just throw a couple of drops of glue. Make sure everything stays solid, not structural. Just tacking it down. Make sure it doesn't wander off on me sometime. And then little pieces on the end here. And those definitely need some glue. That's put this top corner here on each side. Let's see how the back does. Nah, need glue on it too. Okay. Now, that is where we're going to stop for the moment. I'm actually got to strap a clamp on that. That's not. I just had them here a minute ago. Oh, here they are. Just sort of showing on camera if that's got enough play on there that I don't like it, so I'm just gonna. Not quite enough. Okay, in that case, this rubber band won't stretch that far. Find my bag of rubber bands because I know I got one that'll wrap around there. Let's see. I thought I left it out here. I guess I didn't. Actually, I think the glue got tacky enough there where it's going to hold it in place. Okay, so I'll just let the glue do its thing. Now, before I go into my deviation from the plan, I will pop the back on. Battery boxes in there. Should be stable enough. Got our little question mark lock on. The problem with this is that it's top heavy, so it spins a little bit. So it doesn't stay upright, but it will keep it locked, it looks like. So okay. Let's pop this guy in the back. Oh, just noticed I missed painting. So on these tabs here. These are going to be showing, so definitely want to get them blended in a little bit. The top isn't. That's one of those things that would be really obvious just sitting there. Okay. These guys in. I'm going the rest of them pop in pretty good. Alright. Go, the outer side finished there. Battery box, like I say, that not the best switch. Well, that didn't help none either. So. Okay, be like that. Oh, just fill in my little extra glue in there. We got access to our battery, supposedly. These things never seemed to give very good access to me. So that's, but that is that. Now for a little bit of the deviation. So we got our switch here, and if I've, and what I'm hoping is the blue one is the actual switch. If we hotwire the red and black together, that means it should stay on. So in case I'm wrong, I'll give myself plenty of slack to redo it. But right. The longer I've been doing these things, the less I like the touch sensors. It's one of those things that's it's a neat concept thing, but it bugs me in the end. Okay, and I was wrong. So maybe that may not be the hot one. Okay, let's try to see what happens. There should be some combination of two. Okay, so the lights came on now. Maybe it's all three of them. I can work with that too. Okay, so blue and black go together. That seems to light up, but it doesn't turn off. I'm not sure. It was doing that earlier. Okay. Okay. So blue and black together. Black and red turns them off. Okay. Things are a little more complicated than I thought. But all three of them together do. All three doesn't do anything. Blue and black on, but then. Okay, so there must be a switch in the battery box as well. Okay, wasn't planning on that. Okay, yeah. And it's opposite, looks like. Okay. That thing out and take a look at it. Okay, yeah, there is a... Okay. So... let me... No, that won't work. Oh. Nothing. Okay, yeah, I thought... Where were that? That piece of... okay. Yeah, this is just the switch, and this is the controller on it. Just... those guys. Okay. Yeah. Oh well, I've gone this far. I'm going to go all the way. Okay, yeah, I think I got a plan. Press these. Yeah, definitely going to be more complicated than I thought it was, but should still work. Put my connectors back in here and... okay, some juice. And did that before. Gonna give myself plenty of slack to change my mind if I can reattach everything. So go. Yeah, this should just be. Might be. You have to reattach everything. Okay. Okay. That's what we want. So black goes to that one. And then trying to create the circuit in my head. It should work. Okay, I think that means I should be able to just pull this one. Black over here, red over there. Let's get voltage going through, so that's all we need. Yeah. Okay. Now we're cooking. And if you're wondering what all this is about, a while back I bought these little guys just because I thought I might need them at some point. And as I was building this thing, or actually when I bought this thing, I thought that would look cool as the little beacon on top. And I can use as a switch. That's why I'm going through all this trouble. But, okay, so what I'm going to do, connect these two on there, and then I'll splice into, should be able to splice into any of them, because that'll kill the circuit when okay. As I promised, all my successes and all my failures, and you get to see me try and correct it. Okay, so now the next test would be break the circuit up here. There's electricians that are going crazy watching this. Okay, so now it shouldn't work. It still did. Okay. Nope. Okay, I have to break the circuit a little bit further down than that. So. I think I did that one other time when I've done this. the last time I tried to replace a touch sensor. Okay, and so I am going to need to break the circuit down here. Yeah, that's essentially what yeah, so like there. So if it's not connected, yeah, okay. So I will have to run the wire from the switch all the way back there. Okay. I'm getting there. Mine's a turning. Make sure I didn't pull that light out of the socket. No, I didn't. Okay. So, yes. Oh, knock this loose. It'd be too much to. Oh, I can just. The back panel should just pop off pretty easily. Yeah, so. Okay, yeah, so I can. Yeah, okay, so I'll take 2 of the wires off my original touch sensor. Let's do blue and red, just because. And actually, let me. Okay, let me just go ahead and tie them together right quick. Hopefully make it easier to pull them through. And they didn't stay. Okay. I want them to run to about right there. Got plenty of slack in the bottom. Okay, let me. Let's see here. I guess. Everything's still. Okay, don't have a tremendous amount of slack down here, but I think I can make it work. Actually, yeah. And thinking. All right. I was hoping this was going to be simple, but let's see here. I'm just going to use just for the sake of trying to keep it from going crazy, I'm going to use wire nuts on the bottom part. Okay, let's see. And pull this so I got a little more room to work. Okay. let's see here. Doesn't matter. Go. And then getting that. I think. Okay, if I just slide that bare wire behind our little plate here, or, that should, smells pretty snug. Nope. Oh, battery's out of it. Okay, so that'll be good for temporary use. But I think rather than that one, I'm gonna do okay. 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 Keep thinking, so that's always a dangerous thing. Okay. Okay, and so either side good. So let's just do. Should be able to interrupt the circuit anywhere. So I'm even going to do that with this one. This feels a little more snug once you plug it, push it in. There. Okay, so that's in there good. And this one, where I'm going to interrupt it, put my switch in. So, okay. So I have the blue. Okay, so well, this into here. And snug. Now I got a little wiggle room to work with, so you guys. So do red to red and black to blue. And that should give us interruption to our circuit. Okay, there it goes. Now, batteries back in. This is, if I'm right, I should be able to get lights by connecting these two. And I do. All right. We got it now. This back in. Tuck all this stuff back away. Put my back on because everything else is going to be up on top. Okay. check everything. Okay, I loosened something up when I did all that. I bet I disconnected the battery box. Or this one didn't feel that great. Okay, that one came undone. Oops. Get a little more. Yeah. Not bad. Try a different. Yeah, I think I just had a bad wire nut. Yeah, that. No, it still doesn't like it. Just broke them off. Okay. Let's get the soldering iron out. Evidently, this is. Not. Let's find a place to put everything down. Okay. More stripping here. Running out of slack on this side. Out here. And it's not as close to that other blue wire as it looks like it is. Here. There we go. I got it out. Well. Got a weird angle, so I can't hardly see it. There we go. Okay. Put the caps on top of them. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now tested. Okay, got lights again. I thought for sure it was going to be those battery box cables that came out, but. Okay, I was going to need the soldering iron for the next step anyway, so let's make sure they're not short each other out. Yeah, good. Okay. Now, okay, now this guy, our final roof. I don't know if it's going to show on camera, but I scored. That's my center point, or fairly close to the center point. So, got my little drill with my step bit in. I don't recommend doing it like this, 'cause I need more than that. Yeah, do one more. One more. I will. Still one more. I'll do it from the other side, man. Okay, getting real close there, so it's back to this one. There we go. That's gonna get us. Let's see if my masking tape did the job of stopping the total blowout of everything here. It did. Okay. So, got. I just realized I was aiming for the wrong thing. It goes up from the bottom. I'll still take it. Okay. Spot to set this, it's safe. Okay, and your reliable phone stand. Then I'm just determined I'm going to break those doors off. Okay, not quite going to reach. Just have to do it up here. Focus on that. Yeah, you are. Like I said, that satisfies me. I think that's going to look good when I get it. After all this extra work that I've created for myself. Still. Okay, we still got lights. Let's see. Go here. Actually, give me a little bit more. Oh. Round. Actually, I think it's doing a pretty good job there. Let's twist on it. Solder out. Heat the wire. Shakiest hands in the south. There we go. And here. Give me a little wire here. Okay, there it goes. Clean up the end of that. And that is pretty, but it should still work. Crooked. Not quite as pretty as the first one, but there we go. Okay. Now, press our button. Got lights. Alright, that was a long way around. And we place our last panel on. Everybody flush. And I don't know if I'd recommend doing that last step with our to get to the beacon, but I like it. Let's see. Whoop. Looks like we just yeah. I'm pleased with that. I think that's just, it's a minor thing, and like I say, I've grown weary of the touch sensors working when you don't want them to, or not working when you do want them to, or vice versa. But that completes our build. Get your lights back on so we can see a good, proper look at everything. Just really nice. Does a little bit of illumination on our windows on the outside. Like I say, when it reflects more off of the inside. But yeah, getting nice. I don't know why they didn't do the frosted glass on the front windows, but it's also nice to see inside. Of course, the downside of this wing is it's a temporary switch. You let go, it goes away. I think for I believe it's about $30. You know, the door seam isn't perfect. Missing a few details. There should be a little more printing and detail on the outside, I think, as far as having window frames and everything. But definitely know what it's inspired by, what it's supposed to be. Really cool little build, especially for the Whovian in your life. Not overly complicated, you know, like the wiring and the lights are obviously the most difficult part, but if you don't get ambitious like me and try and replace pieces, you shouldn't have any much trouble with it. You know, your mileage may vary with touch sensors, but I just thought, you know, like I said, once I saw I had that white bulb on switch, I thought that'd be just a really good replacement for the beacon that's supposed to be on top there. But I am pleased with how it turned out. Okay, I guess that completes the build for tonight. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share, do whatever you want to with all that. Ooh, be good to one another, stay safe, and click on a link. There's my channel up there if you'd like to subscribe. There's my other channel. You watch me do experiments, hopefully a couple of times a month. I'm getting worried about that now. This is what YouTube thinks you should be watching, and that is the playlist for this whole build. I'll see you tomorrow.